At one time, sex was like dope to a black man. And sex, from a black woman's point of view, was used as a control device. This is Black Light. This is the Cyberspace Ministry of the Aboriginal Universal Supreme Council of the Elder. Now look, when Elijah Muhammad, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, made the statement, black woman is a black man's heaven. You know, sex was like dope to us men, you know. And because a black woman, man, when she turned on that love flow, and she could make you feel like a Superman, you see. And not just only to the black man, but to the Caucasian as well, to any man really, because she's Mother Nature. And when you get hooked on that you know, they call you whipped. You know, when you get hooked on it, they call you whipped. And back in the day when pimps, they knew the psychology and the philosophy of the streets and of the black woman and the black man. They knew that. And so they could withhold their sex because they know that if they engaged in sex with the prostitute or they hoe, she'll end up controlling them. And so, you know, came that terminology, you can't make a hoe into a housewife, but you could turn a housewife into a hoe. Now, we all know that this culture that we're living in is a different culture than the average melanated people on the planet. They always had cultures with all the cultures had the knowledge, you know, and the science of everything. Sex had a science to it. You know, it was mainly for reproduction. And brothers found out lately about how the ancient Egyptians knew about how to control sex through the ancient writings. I'm not going to get off into that because I'm trying to make a point right here. I'm not trying to go back into history, give a history lesson or a sex lesson. But we lost that knowledge of self, see, of our culture. You know, we lost that knowledge. And, you know, it's also illustrated in the Bible with Samson and Delilah. How Samson was strong. He was a strong, powerful guy. Gave the secret to the strength up to Delilah. And the enemy was using Delilah, you know, against Samson. And once she found out where his weakness lied, she used it against Samson and turned him over to the enemy. They blinded Samson. And at the end, Samson ended up destroying himself, his woman, but along with him was the enemy. But, you know, that woman has power over us that it could be like sex. Now, it's not, you know, every woman, you know, I mean, because women, every woman is different, and every woman, but dealing over here in America, under the influence, and don't forget, you go back to this book right here, Psychology, and see they have developed social scientists, social engineers, and they would put a whole army of scientists on trying to find out how to control people's behavior, you know, and they are successfully beginning to do that. And this election is going to show you how successful they are with it. Now, all the reality shows on TV is dealing with women. You know, they're in the forefront of all these reality shows. And Donald Trump, he had a reality show, you know, was very successful. And he knew the psychology of all of his guests, celebrity guests that he had on the program, you know. And he knew that this reality show would draw the attention of mainly the black woman, because the theme song that he used was called by the OJs. Remember that song by the OJs? For the Love of Money. See, for the love of money, you know, they say another term, you know, that the Caucasians use is diamonds are a girl's best friend. You know, materialistical things. So that pimp, he know that a hoe would turn many tricks for the love of money. But she just can't control her spending habits, because she's the average woman is a consumer. It's very rare that you see a spendthrift woman. She got to either be raised like that, or she has to be something predetermined in her to keep her from not being like that. Because all of the black women is raised to be consumers, and they're raised into promoting white supremacy, and a lot of them think they don't. So when you get your hair long and you make excuses like, well, we should look beautiful, you know. What makes you think that look beautiful? You know, when you wear a lot of makeup, what makes you think that look beautiful? Because you've been orientated into believing that the ultimate beauty is the Caucasian man and woman. Now, the Caucasian, he has studied us enough to know that they're alpha people. See, the average person, they're not, they're sheep-like, you know. They need a leader, you know, all the time. And that's demonstrated through the Bible with Moses and Jesus and all the prophets. But they were leaders for Allah, leaders for the good. Or y'all want to say God. And so the Caucasian knew how to flip that. He knew how to flip that until you thinking that what's good is actually bad for you, and what's bad for you is actually good. He knew how to flip that because he's studying psychology. He's studying behavior of people. He's studying this. See, the average black person don't pay no attention to stuff like that. They don't study like that. And when they do study like that, they studying it in a white man's school under directions of a white man, teaching him to actually bring all of his brain power and talents back to the white man. You see? And the black woman, the ultimate thing that she wants is security. And her security is material things. She feel like if she got the latest car, and if she feel like she got all the latest televisions and cars and phones, that she's normal, you know. She actually needs this. It's not a convenience for her. It's not you know, anything other than security for her. She feels like she done, you know, made it up there with those that she feel like is doing good, but actually you're spending your money, and when you spend your money on that, you're advancing white supremacy. And then when Christmas time comes, indirectly you're being brainwashed to believe that Santa Claus, and he's a white man, and Jesus is a white man to you. And either way it go, Santa Claus or Jesus, you're spending them dollars, passing on that false security to your children. Actually, all you doing is consuming. And you're not teaching your children no morals or nothing. So that's why this election is all about morality. About, you know, money, money, money. You gotta look at how much does it cost to run for president now. It's up in the millions, man. So that leaves a poor man out. He might be the best president you ever had, but if he ain't got no dollars behind him, he can't run. You know, black or white. So, you know, you're acting and teaching white supremacy to your children, whether or not you want to believe it or not. While you acting and teaching white supremacy, he's studying you. Into the laboratories, he's inventing stuff to control you further. He's controlling you through the food. He's controlling you through the TV. He's controlling you through all types of things. And we're going to come back on the other side of this. This is Black Light, Cyberspace Ministry, and Black Light out, back to back black. We're coming right back.